What is up, guys? Welcome back to Talkin Ball. I'm your host, Seth, and this is your home for college sports. Let's get right into it. The Georgia Bulldogs, they are the back-to-back defending national champions. Last year, they were 15-0, and they beat everybody last year. They only had trouble in a couple games, Missouri, Ohio State, but other than that, they completely dominated. Maybe you can say they had a little trouble at Kentucky, but as far as a team, they completely dominated most people. Now, Kirby Smart, he is in his or it's he's been at the school 7 years. Wow, 7 years. That's a long time. I can remember when he was defensive coordinator at Alabama, dominating with Nick Saban, but now he's dominating with Georgia. He is 81-15 at Georgia. Mike Bobo's the offense coordinator. Glenn Schumann is the defense coordinator, along with Will Muschamp. So they got a new quarterback this year. They have Carson Beck. He is supposed to be better than he was supposed to be better than Stetson Bennett last year. So we'll see if he lives up to the hype or not at Georgia. Uh, they do have tight end Brock Bowers, who is probably the best player in the country. Uh, I will say that he is probably the best player in the country as far as that's. I think that's everybody's opinion. I'd say I can't find a better player really. Maybe um, out in USC, they have a good quarterback out in USC. Now they play UT Martin week 1. They play Ball State week 2, and I know a lot of people aren't really too crazy about their schedule this year. They think it's a little weak, and quite frankly, it is. It's pretty weak, really. UT Martin week 1. Now all these are wins because I think they go undefeated and make the playoff. But UT Martin, Ball State, then South Carolina, UAB, which South Carolina is at home. They don't go away from Athens until September 30th at Auburn. Hugh Freeze is in his first year as head coach at Auburn. They play a home game against Kentucky. Will be interesting to see how Kentucky does this year. They do have a new quarterback. And then at Vanderbilt. Then they play on October 28th, right before Halloween. Yes, I'm ready for Halloween. I really enjoy Halloween time. But versus Florida in Jacksonville, the cocktail party, the world's biggest cocktail party, or whatever they call it. In Missouri on November 4th. Ole Miss on November 11th. Now, these are home games, Missouri and Ole Miss. So, really, the toughest game is November 18th at Tennessee. And, that could give them some trouble at Tennessee, just depending on how Tennessee does this year. I know they have new quarterback Joe Milton. Hendon Hooker did really good last year for Tennessee. Milton will try to duplicate that. I don't know if he will. So we'll see on that. I do like Tennessee, but I like Georgia better. I think everybody likes Georgia. I think they're one of the top teams. Now, I have Georgia, Alabama in the SEC championship. Now, I may get some hate for what I'm about to say, but I do think Georgia makes the playoff. But I think Alabama beats them in the SEC championship. Now, will they play? Will Georgia play in the national championship again? I I I think my playoff right now is Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State, and Texas. Now I think Alabama will play Ohio State. I think Georgia will play Texas. That's what I have as my playoff. I have Alabama beating Ohio State, and I have Texas beating Georgia. Now that may get some hate from Georgia fans. That's okay. Uh, I do like Georgia, but I think with the first year quarterback, he is good. Or they say he's good. We'll see how good he is when times get tough. In the Tennessee game, at Tennessee, we'll see if he struggles. We'll see in the SEC championship game. Maybe they play Alabama or LSU. Just depends. We'll see how tough he is in those situations. Other than that, though, I think he has a pretty easy time. Now, the other players Georgia has are really good. They recruited really good at Georgia. Kirby Smart, uh, just putting up back number one recruiting classes. Uh, just they have a lot of talent on Georgia, so they may not even need a quarterback. If honestly, I could probably play quarterback. Who knows? It must be nice for Georgia, but that's how I ranked it. I think Alabama wins the championship against Texas, and I think Georgia loses Texas in the playoff. Alabama beats Ohio State, then Alabama beats Texas. That's my playoff ranking. That is my overall look for Georgia. I think they're undefeated during the regular season, but I see them falling in the playoff and the SEC championship game. That's just my opinion on their season. I think they're a really good team, so don't hate on me too much. I could see them winning three straight championships. First time since like the 30s. It was, I think, believe Minnesota. So 1930s. So almost 100 years since a team has won three straight national championships. That's absolutely mind blowing to me. That it's been, well, I mean, it's tough to do, and that's why I think they fall in the playoff. It's tough to win three straight, so that's why I don't pick them this year. They probably will, but we'll have to see, wait and see. I'm ready for football. I'm ready for to get the pads popping. Fall camp's just around the corner. We're 39 days until college football season. Navy versus Notre Dame is the first game. NBC. I believe it's 1:30. I could be wrong, but we'll have to uh, wait 39 days until the start of the season. Georgia won't play until the next weekend, so they got a little bit longer. But uh, I do like Georgia to go undefeated during the regular season. But that's my look for the Georgia Bulldogs and Kirby Smart. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Follow me on Twitter, Talkin Ball 05. Follow me on Spotify, Talkin Ball Podcast, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click a like if you liked it. If you like more of this type of thing, I will probably doing a lot more YouTube videos for Talking Ball. I do have the podcast that I'm still gonna be doing, and there's other teams I have on my podcast. It's I think I've already done Arkansas, Alabama, Auburn, and so we still got a little couple more SEC teams to go. But thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.